So, hey, in the previous video we saw how to install and use Robot Framework with a simple editor. Today we will see how to install Robot Framework IDE or RIDE. So this was our sample test, but let's see how what packages are installed in this moment with the Python install packager or pip. We only have pip and Robot Framework. The characters I'm typing, so this is most to install Robot Framework RIDE, or just we will use the upgrade option, because we know that Robot Framework was upgraded to 7.2.0, and we will do this now. We will use the option to upgrade. We can use a simplified form or the long form. The long form is --upgrade. The simple abbreviated form is -U. As we are not administrator in this terminal, it will install in the user home. So pip starts by uninstalling the existing version 7.1.1 and then installs the new one. Okay, we got information that a new release of pip is available, so we can better to upgrade it also. We could right click and select the text we need, and then we right click again. I'm just typing Python because I don't need to use the absolute path, as it's very complicated path, and we will deal with it. This was because Python was installed from the Microsoft Store, and I advised against this. So it is updated. Now it's going to be deleted, the version, and installed the new one. Okay, let's test the robot to check the version with the robot -- version. And there we have. We're gonna try to execute again the example that we did before. So robot space _example.robot, and as expected it passed both test cases. I'm going to navigate now to the official Robot Framework .org site page to see the available tools, and in particular RIDE. So we go to resources. In resources, we select the tools, and we can see a list of tools known to the foundation, Robot Framework Foundation, and they actually RIDE appears on the top because of the scoring system they have, and since RIDE is an ancient tool, it has a lot of stars in the GitHub project site. So we have RIDE on top, although these days most of the people are using Robot Code, which is a plugin for Visual Studio Code. We click on the RIDE link and we go for the page, the project page on RIDE wiki. The page is rather outdated, but we go for this is important to know that these pages exist, and you can browse some installation instructions and development information. So we clicked on the RIDE main page, and we scroll down to read the readme.adoc, which is the entry page for the project, where we can see the license type. It's Apache 2.0, and the README has some information, and especially how to communicate using Slack, and the release notes for the previously released versions, and the download page at PyPy, just for you to know that we have it on PyPy, the official Python packages repository. Here it is, our latest release, Robot Framework -RIDE 2.1.2. Actually doesn't have much content, but the link points again to the README, and we have the project page, home page, and the versions that are supported. Currently only up to 3.13, and we see the authors, Mikko Korpela, Pekka, the author of Robot Framework, and Jane. They were the main creators of this IDE, and I am currently the active maintainer of it. Now I will locate the command to install RIDE with pip, which is just in the README, several places, and we see also how to install from the development version that we may try later. So in this case we have the abbreviated form to upgrade, but since it's the first time, it doesn't matter, it will install the same. I copy it, and right now I will right click and paste here in the command prompt, and this will automatically download and install the required dependencies. we can see the requirement files. We have two requirements .txt, and we have the requirements for development that needs more packages and tools to install. So we see that first we need wxPython, the framework to make the graphical environment. Pywin32 for Windows systems. Pygments that allows to have colorization of the keywords. Robot Framework we could install without it, but it's beneficial to have it. PyPub sub is used to send messages between the elements of RIDE. psutil is used to check the memory consumption of RIDE and other indicators of the execution of RIDE. Packaging and requests is used to check for the new version of RIDE or the development version, that and also to perform the upgrade. Actually, we will use pip to perform the upgrade from RIDE. So download a lot of the dependencies, and then some dependencies have more dependencies, and this tree of dependencies is solved. While we wait, we're going to see the wxPython site. So this is the wxPython site where we can download the wxPython demo, because it would be important for people wanting to learn to program in Python and wxPython. We'll go there later. Now it is important to know some issues that Robot Framework have. RIDE has some known problems. One of them we'll see from the installed RIDE, that is not accepting, is not working with options. Only starting RIDE from the command line is possible. So we type RIDE. Before that we can see what packages are, to see the difference of just Robot Framework, but this responsive system, it's adding more lines, and we just want to see the packages. So plenty of more packages from the dependencies. So as I know that we have a bug, I'm just going to test to see the RIDE version. It should show us the version just in the console, but this bug is preventing that, so no action is going to be in my to-do list to fix. And I can see, we can see the last in that list. It's not in here. It's not in here, but now it is, because I already updated after doing this video. So that RIDE executable does not start when using options, for example --help. So it's a really strange bug, but it has to do with the way that pip or wheel creator creates the write.exe, and I'll need to revise that part of the code. Then we let's try to start write. So write did not start, and now I need to troubleshoot and try to understand why it did not start. I can pipe the task list to more, and then it will pause for me to have time to inspect the programs that are running. I don't see anything like write or Python. So I'm gonna see if wxPython is working. For that, I'm gonna try to execute write with the alternative, calling Python and write Robot IDE as a module. That's why I use the -m. Okay, this failed. I'm gonna try to use __ init. That was another way to start write, and the error is the same. The error while importing DLL _core, the specified module could not be found. So I have from ._core import asterisk, and this is from wx.core import, and then the core is missing. So something strange with this installation. So going to the Python iterative prompt and then typing the import wx, we see that is broken. So we need to go and search the internet. For now, I'm gonna exit Python and I'm gonna search the. We go again, try to see if this solved anything in the Python interpreter. So we type import wx. I want to see for you to know that we can see the version of the kind of processor that Python is for the 64-bit, and is on Win32 because that's the name for Windows. For Linux will be Linux, and for Mac will be Darwin. So import wx, and we have the same error. Let's try to search the internet for similar errors. Again, let's copy with right-clicking, selecting and right-click. I always forget that on Windows I must right-click to copy. This is not needed in Linux systems. It automatically stays copied. So this is my block. Right-click and right-click again, and here is paste. Okay, let's search. So the error is known, it exists, and let's see, with missing DLLs. Okay, redistributable for Visual Studio. So that is what is missing. I'm looking for some message from Microsoft because it's more reliable, but I don't see. Yeah, I selected the 64-bit version of redistributable Visual C++ libraries that Python needs, wxPython needs. Download is done, so let's execute from where we are. So I scroll down and agreed with the license and click to proceed, and it's done. Yeah, we can test now the same command with import wx in Python. So let's see, no errors, and we can print the, for example, the version that and there we have the tuple with the 4 and 2 and a blank element. So that's the version. For there are other ways to see the version, but this one was quicker. So now we exit the Python interpreter, and we can try write finally. Let's see. Without arguments, of course, because there is a bug. No errors, no nothing. Let's see. The system is really slow, so let's close some windows. Yeah, write is starting. We have this prompt from Windows Firewall, so we say to accept, of course, to have write as access. And there we have finally write IDE. We start right when it launches for the first time or after upgrade. It shows the release notes tab where we can see some information about the versions, and there is a section with changes, a section with new features and or fixes, as you can see, and some instructions. This is also in the project page. Important to see, I have that highlighted. Does not keep test suites formatting or structure. When we use a different editor, it may have different format, and write does not make sure to be the same. So this is the run tab, where we have the buttons to start the execution of a test case, the text editor that is empty, and also the grid editor or cell editor. I prefer to call it grid. We were gonna try to open a directory where our test cases are. And here is something unexpected on Windows that does not see the documents folder that where we have our test cases. I click there and I don't see any. As no items match my search, so this is really strange because probably Windows is using a shortcut to that. I try to look at the drive directly, so I go for the same. It's the same look like. So this is really strange, this system. The user is Vagrant, and the folder is, or directory is documents, and it doesn't see anything. Really strange. I clicked select folder, but it doesn't do anything. So, or this invalid data file, because it's considering not as a folder, but as a directory is considering as a file. So it's a link. So let's try to open directly a file. The file is opening. Okay, finally it's loading the file. Test case, test suite. So we see the settings for the test suite level. We don't have any imports, and we have variables. Define it there. No metadata, and we have to expand the settings for other settings, but I know that we don't have any. So now it's moving the mouse. It's doing stuff that I don't want. Move around the window. Okay, I clicked. As you can see, if we in the test suite or the project explorer, we click the elements and we jump to them for the grid editor. And this is the first test case example. As you can see, the grid shows each keyword and data separated by spreadsheet like. The second example is similar. It's the for cycle, for loop. We can use the checkboxes there in the test suite explorer. The checkbox are to select which test cases to run. This is the text editor with the sections variables and the test cases. We are using 4 spaces to separate the keywords from the arguments, and this is the run tab. We will use that option autosave, not to be asked if we want to save the test case before running, but most of the cases we want to save and run, so we will use that autosave option. Then we have the arguments, and we have the test filters that are easier to include or exclude the tests. We could use the argument options, and we have all log options. These are some are like the output directories from Robot, but others are some more internal to RIDE. And we have the console log and the message log. Console is the same as we can see in the Windows command line terminal, and message log is uses a listener to show information about what keywords are being run. Sometimes it gives more information that helps seeing the progress of the test run. Important is to see the ride log also, and where you can see the version of Robot Framework and wxPython and a ride, and Python, of course. We have a debug option. Is starts ride with the different with the log level debug, and we have the start button, normal start button, which we wanna try to see to show when we don't have tests selected. We have this safeguard dialog to avoid running. Imagine that we have hundreds of tests and we start a test run without selecting any, and this could be take too much time, and we don't. So we have the option to respond to this, and also we have an option to disable this question. If people don't like it, you can disable it. So when starting test run, it opens a command line or command window, because robot needs to produce the output, and this is the firewall question again for robot, because robot now was started from a graphical application. It needs to be cleared. So as you can see, it's green. It passed 2 tests, took 7 seconds, and we see the output as with the additional information that ride creates an argument file with all the arguments, the test cases that are going to be run, or the options to include or exclude, and then uses a listener to obtain the message log, and finally we'll have the test case name probably. So it's very long because this Python is really long path. Really long. And there it is, the test suite name. This blue colored file, this is a consequence of being run in a RIDE and in Windows, because usually modern terminals would show a correct link for the log and the report and the output XML, but since RIDE from the beginning has this log and report buttons, we just use them to launch the browser and with the log file or report. And so we stay in this final. Next we will see how to see other uses of RIDE.